What's up guys, it's sharkeatyellow here again. As you guys can see here, I have my Morphtronic deck list profile. So, you guys have been seeing this for the past couple of days. Sorry I've been showing just mainly this. Hopefully this mic won't mess up on me. It's been acting up a little bit. So, just tell me down below if it's, sounds weird or whatever. But without further ado, I'm going to give you this deck list profile. Some of you guys might want to see it, some of you guys don't. Whatever, I don't care. I call this my Iron Call Morphtronic deck. The reason why is because it pretty much bases around on Iron Call. You could probably call it Exceed, Synchro, Morphtronics, which that's a dumb name. Or you could call it Scrap Recycler Morphtronics, whatever you want to call it. I call it Iron Call Morphtronics. So without further ado, I'm going to give you the deck list and give you some pointers, the reason why this deck, I haven't made this deck or anything, and all this other good stuff, and the difference between my version and the OCG version. So without further ado, let me get to the deck list. So first of all, we're going to start off with 2 Remoting, 3 Scoping, and 1 Radion. Now for the other monsters, yes, that's the main Morphtronic lineup. I'll tell you why I run that. Next is 2 Card Troopers, 2 Scrap Recyclers, 2 Rescue Rabbits, 3 Mechanical Chasers, 3 X-Head Cannon, 3 Carcardi, and 1 Gores. That's the monster lineup. Now for the spells, 2 Junk Box, 2 Scrap Iron Scarecrow, that's what I was about to say, Iron Call, 2 Apollo Dualities, 3 MSTs, 1 Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and last but not least, Pot of Avarice. Now for the traps, I only run 4, which is 2 Mirror Forces, and last but not least, 2 Compulsory Activation Device. Now for the extra deck, we have 2 Gear Garganta X, 1 Levier, 139, 1 number 17, 1 Zen Mains, I'm gonna start calling it that. Everybody that plays that card, you have to call it that name. My Stroke, Black Rose Dragon, 2 of those, 1 Iron Chain Dragon, which I'm probably going to change out for something else, I really don't know, 2 Naturia Barkion, oh yeah. Next is 1 Scrap Dragon, and last but not least, 1 Stardust Dragon. So, the difference between my deck and the OCG deck, OCG version, is that in the OCG version, they play 2 Remoting, and 3 Remoting and 3 Scoping, or they just play 3 Remoting and 2 Scoping, or vice versa, or they just play 3 3. The reason why I'm doing this lineup is because Remoting is not really that great. He's only here to go into synchro plays with Barkion, who does synchros anymore. That's why that's why I almost called it Exceed. But synchro plays with your Barkion, with your Scrap Dragon, Scrap Recycler and Remoting mix Barkion, and that's a pretty easy play to do. You can probably do it like really quickly, really fast, depending on what situation. That's why I only run 2 of these guys, because you're really not going to get Barkion all the time unless you're pushing for game. Then you go for Barkion, and then you just summon the rest. That's why I run Scoping better, because Scoping you can actually change the levels, like right here. This guy's good because he can search out your stuff and dump things to the graveyard, but I like Scoping better because he can actually change his levels. Like if he's in attack position, he can special summon 1 Morphtronic monster in your hand, which is freaking amazing. You summon this, summon another Scoping or Remoting, and then Exceed into a rank 3, or you can use his effect with Radion to special summon him and go into a 7, or you can put this guy in defense mode, and with any level 4 monsters you have here, you can go into level 4 Exceed plays. So that's why I like Scoping better. If you guys are going to play this deck, then pick your favorite. Some of you guys might not play Radion. The reason why I play Radion in here, because he's pretty much another card for Scoping to go into a really good plays, and he's an 1800 beater on the field, so why not? And these 2 plays right here are not really really common. You're really gonna do it a lot, so that's why I do it. That's why I have it here. Next is of course Card Trooper, just to send things to the graveyard. Scrap Recycler in here to recycle not recycle, but to dump your monsters to the graveyard. Originally in the OCG version they play 3 scrap recycler. I really don't like that. I like the 2 better. It's more consistent. 3 is kind of inconsistent. And at the same time, when it came to rabbits, they played 2 rabbits and 3 impachis. That's the only normal monster they play. The reason why they did this is because they played the 3 scrap recycler, so they can recycle it again, and Pot of Avarice. I really don't like that, because Impachi is a 1600 beater, and if they screw up your play, then you have a 1600 beater on the field that can't run over anything. That's why I have a Mechanical Chaser, because at least he can run over something. Same thing with X-Head Cannon, and he gives you more. It gives you Rescue Rabbit more targets to go into other things. So that's why I like these 2 better. If you guys are playing the deck, then change it up to your own style. I know that they play Cyber Dragon in this build. I really don't like that. I'd rather have it in the side. I really see no use for Cyber Dragon, and in this particular deck, I really see no use for Cyber Dragon. Car D, this is something that they did not play in the OCG version. All they did was play either, they played the 6, they either played 5 or 6 Morphtronic monsters, the 2 card troopers, the 3 scrap recyclers, Rescue Rabbit, the Impachis, 2 Cyber Dragons, and that was pretty much it. That was their monster lineup. The reason why I like Car D, because it gives me more push to go for game, and at the same time it gives me hand advantage and field advantage. The reason why I say this is because this deck works kind of like 6 Sams. Once you stop the Sheehan play, they're pretty much effed, because they wasted all their resources, and they're gonna take them a good while to get their resources back to go crazy again. Yes, you might be saying, well, you know, 6 Sams can do, 6 Sams are better or whatever. The reason why 6 Sams can also, at the same time, after they lose their Sheehan play, they can keep their resources, is because they have a gateway. I mean, that United card. I forgot what the hell that. Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. But the one that allows you to draw 2. That's the reason why they keep advantage, and they can still special summon like crazy unless they stop I can't talk. Once they stop their Sheehan play, they can still go into Exceed plays because of that card, because it draws them more advantage. And that's why I use Car D for, pretty much to give me more advantage once I already have it, to keep it with me, because I don't want to lose advantage. Once you lose field advantage and hand advantage, you're pretty much screwed. Just scoop and you lost. Same thing with 6 Samurais. That's why I gave that example. Because once 6 Samurais loses their whole hand and their field, they're done. And you can say that with any deck, but like some decks can bounce back with a good top deck. Samurais can't. And that's why I run Car D. He's not here for a first turn. Play Car D and just go, you know, get more cards. He's in here once you have protection on the field, like any of your Exceed monsters or Synchro monsters. Gores, of course. He's Gores. Junk Box to get these guys out a lot quicker. And I know in the OCG version they play 3 Junk Box and 2 Iron Call. I really don't like that. Iron Call is a better card because you run more machines, and it's just a better card. You only run 6 Morphtronics. Come on. Now, pretty much everything else is self-explanatory. The trap lineup, the only reason why I run these 2 cards, these 4 cards, is because Mirror Force, it's a pretty good card. No one sees it coming, and if they MST it, you really don't care. And same thing with Compulsory Activation Device. They MST it, you really don't care, because you're going to compulse it back. And another thing about Mirror Force, the reason why I don't play Trento Tribute is because you're pretty much going to see it a mile away, while Mirror Force, not a lot of people play it, so when they run into it, they feel like idiots when they run into Mirror Force, which is freaking funny. Now for the extra deck, the only reason why I play 2 Giga Guy and X, because you're really not going to summon more than 2, and if you do, you have, of course, Pot of Avarice to recycle it. So 2 is good enough, and the deck is already expensive as it is. And pretty much everything else is self-explanatory. You have to run 3 Black Rose. I mean 3. You have to run 2 Black Rose because you're going to Black Rose the field all the time, and then you can just recycle it. Pretty much essentially Black Rose in the field 4 times, which is freaking amazing. And changes to deck is pretty much just this. The only problem and downside with this deck is that and you need a lot of skill to play it. You can't just herp dirt crazy. You gotta know what plays to do in the right situation. Of course, you have to get lucky sometimes. You have to get the good draws. Of course, you don't get dead draws. I mean, you get draws that you wish you can have better, for the right situation. Sometimes you will draw into cards that you're like, oh, this is good, and then they'll go crazy and you're like, oh my god, my hand is bad now. And yeah, you just pretty much gotta get the lucky draws for the right situation, and that's the only downfall of this deck. Also, the other downfall is I'm a budget player and these cards are freaking expensive. God, oh god. And at the same time, this card is not in the US or in the TCG yet. Sadly, hopefully we'll get it in the next dual terminal, and hopefully we can get it next year in Hidden Arsenal. I really doubt it, but oh well, you can always dream. With that being said, what do you guys think about this deck? Do you guys think it's good? Do you guys think it's bad? Please try it out. Try out your own versions. As always, I will be opening the down below the response box so you guys can respond, put video responses to this so I can see your own versions of the deck. Of course, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like it if you like it, favorite it if you really like it, and if you really like me, subscribe. And until next time guys, I'll see you later. Bye.